Am I dead? Wait.
What's up guys, welcome back to the Meister, and in today's video I wanted to talk about Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4. So I've been playing the game, started playing it today, depending on when you're watching, started playing it today, and yeah, I have a few things I'd like to talk about, and you know, I'll show you some gameplay while I was playing the game. So yeah, I really wanted to just talk about the game, show you guys some cool things, and yeah, let's get into the video. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is, you know, the introduction to the game. It's pretty cool, you know. I definitely like the quick time events. They're not too hard or annoying, you know, just the right amount, you know, with quick time events and all that. But I specifically wanted to talk about the combats in the game, which is basically what the Storm games are about, in my opinion. You know, the story, you know, cutscenes. Cutscenes aren't that bad, it's just that, you know, they're not traditional gaming cutscenes. So if you were wanting to play Naruto Ninja Storm and you're a fan of this series and you watch Naruto Shippuden, definitely recommend playing the Storm games, you know, just to remind you, you know, with parts in this anime and seasons. So that's what I'm noticing with you know, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm 4 is, you know, a few things that I forgot in the anime, you know, they kind of bring back. So that's pretty cool, but mostly the thing I like about the game is the combat, because dude, I honestly really like the combat in the game, you know, with the amount of jutsus, you know, and it's very simple, you know, with the combos. It's very simple to get into the game. It's not anything too complicated. I've noticed that the more you play, the better you get at your combos and timing. So, and I've only been playing the game for a few hours, and yeah, so far I could say I'm pretty good. But yeah, so far so good. You know, with the story, it's alright, nothing too big, nothing too amazing, but the combat's really good with the combos and timing, as well as the quick time events. I specifically don't really like, you know, like the Jinchuriki battles, but that's okay, that's just my thoughts. But anyways, I really like the game, you know, with everything that's been happening so far in the few hours that I played. Surprisingly, it's actually two-player. I didn't actually know that before. I did play, you know, a few games with my brother, but yeah, it's two-player. It's super fun as well, you know, with the amount of characters. Also, the characters roster is pretty awesome as well, you know, with the amount of characters that are in the game. It's pretty cool, you know, if you like Shikamaru, which, I don't know. If you did like Shikamaru, you can play as him, so that's pretty amazing as well, you know, with the amount of characters that's in the game. And yeah, the combat's pretty fun with everything, you know, with the jutsus. I specifically like the substitution jutsu, which is pretty cool, you know, and the controls, well, you know, you'll get used to them. They're nothing too odd or strange. Just, you know, it's not your typical gaming, you know, type of thing, but you do get used to it. I was expecting the combat to be, you know, a little bit more complicated, because when I watched the gameplay, I thought you would press specific buttons to do specific jutsu, but it actually turns out you just press one button. Depending on your console, on Xbox it's like B, you just button smash B, and it'll do a bunch of different attacks, because I thought that you just press different buttons to do those attacks. But yeah, it's pretty cool, you know, with the amount of varieties and ultimate moves, that's what I call them, secret techniques. So it's really cool, you know, with the fighting and all that, and it's just pretty awesome in general.
Has been decided.
Down the trash you go.
Naruto has a lot of hopes riding on his back, but Obito...
Now, the next thing I wanted to talk about is the immersion in the game, which, in my opinion, I definitely think the game nails it when it comes to the immersion in the Naruto world. So if you ever watched the show and you ever had a specific clan or a character that you really liked, if you go to Free Fight or Battle and stuff, you actually get to play as that character, and it is super fun, you know, especially playing as an Uchiha, which I specifically like to do. It really does do a good job at capturing, you know, everything with the Sharingan and, you know, different techniques and genjutsus, depending on the specific character, you know. Specific characters have specific jutsus, so, you know, it's not a problem. I just thought that in the game, you know, you multiple characters could do Shadow Clone Jutsu because it is possible, like we see in the anime, but it's definitely okay for the character to have their own type. Definitely think that's pretty cool. But the main thing I want to talk about is like the immersion that you get as playing as a specific character, because they absolutely nail it. Whenever I'm playing as Naruto or Sasuke, it definitely feels like that. Like with Naruto, you know, stretching out his arms with the Kurama chakra, it's just really cool. And honestly, it definitely feels like you're in the game. But what really makes me amazed is when you're playing as an Uchiha with a Sharingan. I don't know about you guys, but when I watched the anime, when I watched it, because I finished it like a few years ago, honestly, the coolest clan in my opinion was definitely the Uchiha, and playing as them was just really awesome, you know, with the Sharingan and the techniques and Amaterasu. It was just really awesome to see that, because I definitely felt like I was in the game, like I was like definitely like the character with the Sharingan and the Genjutsu. It's just so awesome the way that they capture the immersion and jutsus. So it's definitely awesome. And yeah, you really do get to enjoy the game when you play as these different characters that you really like. So yeah, I definitely enjoy playing as an Uchiha because, dude, the way it's just really enjoyable with the amounts of jutsus, you know, and Sharingans and all that, and the different abilities that each character has that's specifically made for them. It's just really awesome to do that and play it. And yeah, I think it's definitely one of the best things that the game captures. So yeah, every now and then I do recommend you play as an Uchiha, you know, with those Sharingans and all that and Amaterasu, because yeah, they definitely do capture the immersion. Not that they don't capture the immersion with other characters, they definitely do that. Like I haven't watched the anime in a long time, but yeah, you know, like with that granny who has the puppet ability. So yeah, back in, you know, the Akatsuki arc, he met her. I'm not gonna like get into the Naruto story, but yeah, it's pretty cool with her puppet jutsus and all that. Yeah, so like I said, the game really does capture the immersion that you're in it, that you're in the Naruto world. So I definitely think it's that. And also, I want to talk about the story. The story, well, you know, it's basically Naruto, but the only problem I have with the game, it's not really a problem, is it does a certain style where with the cutscenes, you know, the characters aren't really moving. You know, it shows like a little clip, and then they're moving slowly with that. It's not like they're actually moving. Definitely think, I don't really like it, but it's okay. It's not like a huge problem. I just would have preferred them if they were gonna use, you know, stuff from the anime. They might as well use the actual clip. That way it's not like they're just moving slowly and all that. Like they're actually moving pretty fast, so that it feels like an actual cutscene. Sort of feels like a slideshow, if I can describe it like that, like a slideshow or stuff. And yeah, there are little bits and parts where they do animate the cutscenes, which are pretty special. But yeah, most of the game, if you're playing it for the story, then yeah, it's gonna be like you're watching a couple of slideshows and all that. Not that it's a problem. I don't really mind it. I definitely would have preferred if they were gonna use stuff from the anime, like the actual show, because it's stuff from the actual show. It's not like it's actual like game that they animated themselves. They use it from the show. I just would have preferred that they you know, use actual clips from the anime. Maybe there was like some copyright issues or something. I don't really know how this stuff works, but I definitely would have recommended they, you know, use clips from the anime. That way it looks a little bit better and entertaining, so you know, it's not dragged out. If you are playing it for the story, like I said, yeah, you're gonna kind of see a couple of slideshows. It's only now and then that they use, you know, actual animation to, you know, animate their cutscenes and all that, so you can see the characters moving and talking, which isn't perfect. You can kind of see when they're talking, it's not in tone with the voice. Like sometimes they would talk and then, you know, their mouths would still be moving even though they just finished their sentence. But yeah, overall, definitely think the game's pretty good. You know, if you're playing it for the story, it's not too bad. It's pretty okay. It's nothing spectacular, but I definitely would get the game if you're interested in those types of combos, and if you want to be immersed in the Naruto world, which it's not open world, by the way. It's not open world. I just said that because, you know, with the characters. But yeah, so far the game is pretty cool. Very nice and exciting. Do like the fights. I enjoy the fights a lot. It's just that in the story, they are pretty short, not gonna lie. Depending. It's just that it kinda is easy, at least for me. But so the fights can feel a bit fast, and then there's huge cutscenes. I would say the story is more cutscenes than actual fights, but the fights do pay off at least with the immersion. So I guess, yeah, they can get a point for that. But anyways, I finally played Naruto Ninja Storm, and the game came out in like 2016. So I finally played it right now, and it is just amazing. It's really cool, really like the characters and everything that they added. It's an amazing game. Definitely recommend you play it if you're a Naruto fan and all that, you know, with the characters. Make sure to comment down your favorite character below in the Naruto series. I'm Leon Meister, and I'll see you guys next time. Also, make sure to subscribe so that we can get to 100 subscribers. See you guys next time.